Hello everyone, it's Sandra and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I filmed a video. I was actually away. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm pretty sure I spammed you with tons of pictures from my trip. I was in Italy for 2.5 weeks, which was incredible. It's a trip that my husband and I had been planning for a really long time. It's been kind of a dream destination for us. So we went to Florence and to the Amalfi Coast and to Capri, and it was fantastic. I'm going to do a blog post all about it, a little travel guide of my favorite sites and stuff like that. And I thought that I would unpack my travel makeup bag with you and kind of show you the things that I wore the most, and also show you one of my favorite go-to looks that I wore a lot day and night on my trip. I don't know if I'm gonna do a blog post about my outfits. Let me know if you care about that. I posted a lot of them on Instagram. I like to repeat outfits even if I'm on vacation. If I'm staying at an Airbnb, I can do laundry, so I don't mind repeating outfits. I wanted to kind of do a capsule wardrobe of when I packed for my trip. 4 bottoms, 8 tops, 2 dresses, 3 sandals, and like 1 pair of sneakers, and 3 swimsuits. So that's kind of what I packed, which worked really well. But this is not a packing video, this is a makeup video. So I'm going to kind of get ready and talk you through what's in my travel makeup bag all in one. This travel makeup bag I've had for years, but sadly I think the company that makes these is out of business because they have not updated their website in years. And on Amazon, the few bags that they do have available, it says that there's only like 3 left in stock or something like that. So order at your own risk, I guess. The reason I really like it is that it has this little pouch here for brushes, and then in here there's a zipper, large zipper compartment that houses all my makeup. It's really easy to clean, and I will link the ones that I found on Amazon that are still from this brand. I've been blabbering for way too long. Let's get into the makeup bag. So I had every good intention to kind of keep things really minimal and streamlined, but right before we left, I had a little mini breakdown and I ended up packing a lot more base products than initially anticipated. I wanted to just bring 1 foundation, a couple concealers. Mother Nature decided to bless me with a few cystic acne marks that, and it was like those types of acne marks that take weeks to go away, and I knew that those marks would haunt me probably for the duration of my trip. So I couldn't be as minimal as I initially desired. And if you're somebody that suffers from adult acne, you can probably really relate to this. You know, there's like always that nice little stretch of time in which you're having a good skin, like series of good skin days, and everything's really good and you're excited. And then right before a special event or an occasion which you would really like to have nice skin, you just end up getting bombarded with blemishes. So lo and behold, instead of packing 1 foundation, I ended up packing 3. Packed the YSL All Hours foundation as my fuller coverage option. This is really nice and long lasting, and I also hadn't used it in a long time, so I felt like it was a great opportunity to get more use out of this. And this is the foundation I was using almost exclusively when we were in Florence, which was where we started our trip. Basically, to summarize, we started in Florence. We were in Florence for 4 days, then we took a train to Naples. We rented a car in Naples and we drove all the way down the Amalfi Coast. Our main place that we stayed in the Amalfi Coast was right next to the main town of Amalfi. We stayed in a small town called Conca dei Marini. Because we rented a car, we were able to kind of explore multiple towns just by doing little day trips here and there. So that's what we did. And then we dropped off our rental car in Sorrento and took the ferry to Capri, where we spent the last few days just hanging out on Capri. We stayed at a hotel and it was really nice. It was for my birthday. It was really relaxing. I also packed my Lancome Tanti Doll foundation. This was a medium coverage option, and then Giorgio Armani Christian foundation for a light coverage option if the zits ever went away, which they did. So this is what I'm going to be using today. This is a big foundation brush from Marc Jacobs. I think it's called the foundation brush. I just like to use it with this particular foundation because it makes application really quick and easy. I usually use this foundation in shade 4.5. 4.5 matches me most of the year. This is shade 5.5. I thought I would try the darker one for summertime, and it works really well. I also bought a lot of sunscreen that you can't buy in North America. I bought the La Roche-Posay Chaka fluid sunscreen. A lot of people on Instagram recommended that to me, so I bought that. And then I also really like the Roche-Posay Anti-Shine SPF 50 Mist. Such a great touch-up SPF product for the face. I really like that. And then I bought some the Roche-Posay SPF 50 sunscreen for the body that my husband also really enjoyed. He's really picky and about like textures and stuff like that, so he actually ended up really enjoying that one, and he was actually happy to reapply throughout. It's just a shame that we can't get it here. For concealer, again, I went overboard. Initially, I was just going to take my Sicily Corrector and my Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Concealer, but because the blemishes kind of ended up ruining my mojo, I ended up also throwing in my Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage Concealer, which is my favorite concealer when it comes to blemishes. Then I had my Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer. This is great for hyperpigmentation. And then I also packed my YSL Touche Éclat High Cover. I don't know what was going through my mind. You know, just sheer desperation, you know, in case I needed more brightness in my life. I also packed my Too Faced Born This Way Sculpting Concealer. This is really nice for like special occasions. I didn't use this very often, but if we were going to a fancy restaurant or something like that, I wanted a more glam look, I would use this under my eyes to really get that flawless, bright under eye area. Today I'm just going to use my Sicily Corrector under the eyes. This is such a wonderful product. Expensive AF, but I love it so much. It just does such a nice job. The Giorgio Armani concealer was great because if I wanted to wear really minimal makeup, this would just be the only thing I would put on my face on any areas of concern, and it just wears so beautifully. It doesn't get patchy, it doesn't get dry, it doesn't get cakey. It just melts in with the skin perfectly. So I really enjoy this. I have this in shade 4. I also did promise that I would let you know my thoughts on the Pat McGrath Foundation. I was using it every single day for about a week before I left. I really like it. When it comes to foundations, it's important to kind of talk about expectations as well. I think it's really nice. I bought it expecting a winter version of Dior Face and Body. I bought it to be like an everyday winter foundation. And in terms of coverage, in terms of the way it applies, it's very similar to the Dior Face and Body, but it has it's like a little bit more emollient, and it doesn't have as strong of an oil control that the Dior Face and Body has. But in the winter, I don't need as much oil control. So for me, for the reasons why I bought the foundation, ticks all the boxes, so I really enjoy it. But is it like the most amazing, groundbreaking foundation I've ever bought? No, it's not, but it is really nice. I don't regret buying it. Take that for what it's worth. I am going to be using it in the next video, in the next makeup video that I do, so stay tuned for that so you can see kind of how I apply it. Now let's go back into my travel makeup. For cheek color, I brought 2 blushes, a cream and a powder. These will come as no surprise because they're both blushes that I'm trying to use up as part of my project plan for this year. Tarte Exposed and Bobbi Brown Powder Pink. For bronzer, again, I wanted a cream and a powder option, so I have my Clarins SOS bronzing primer thingy, and then my Bare Minerals Invisible Bronzer in the shade Tan. This is really dramatic and it gives me that sculpted look. This is like bronzing and contouring all in one. So I'm gonna go in with this one first, and then maybe later after I powder, we're gonna go in with the Bare Minerals. Now I'm doing the Bobbi Brown Cream Blush. Layering a cream and a powder cheek product is the best in terms of longevity. So I would layer for kind of maximum staying power. When it comes to powder, I packed the Becca Under Eye Brightening Powder and then the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. I was actually really oily in Italy. It was hard to keep the oil under control. Even though this By Terry powder works really well for me at home in terms of oil control, it did not do a great job at oil control in Italy. So I just packed the Tatcha blotting sheets and they did the job. I like those blotting sheets because they're big, and I also feel like they're a little bit thicker. Previously, I was using the Clean and Clear and the Boscia blotting sheets, but I just feel like the Tatcha ones, I can get the job done with one sheet, whereas with those other brands, I always had to go through multiple ones. The Tatcha ones are more expensive, so ultimately, I think price-wise, you come to the same amount. I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Blush for a bit more impact. And then the Bare Minerals bronzer for some sculpting action. For highlighter, the only highlighter I packed with me was the YSL Shimmer Stick. This is in the color Light Gold. A really nice highlighter. I only use this in the evening because sweat and oil were my highlight of choice during the day. But I like this highlighter because you can use it on top of powder. In terms of eyes, I didn't want too many options, to be honest, because a lot of the times I would feel really optimistic about wanting to do cool eyeshadow looks when I'm on vacation, and truth be told, I never end up doing anything exciting. I always just end up doing the same thing. So I just packed my Tom Ford Cocoa Mirage, and this is what I used as eyeshadow. So I'm just going to take the light brown color and put it all over my lid. I'm gonna do a bold lip, so I'm gonna go easy on the eyes. I didn't pack eyeliner, so I'm just using the darker brown colors on a smaller brush to kind of define my eye. And I'm also going to take a little bit of the darker brown color on the outer corner of my eye. If I wanted something a bit more shiny on the lid, I did pack one single shadow that was more shimmery. This is the color Boho Chic from Lise Watier. It's just a really nice shimmery rose gold color. Makes a really nice inner corner highlight as well. This is the Hourglass Arch brow pencil in the color Ash. My L'Oreal brow stylist, which is discontinued now. I have a stockpile of them. For lips, this is actually pretty good for me because I usually go really overboard with lip products. For lip liner, this is the Burberry Lip Color Contour in the color medium, and I've had this for a long time. I don't even know if they still make it. I hope they do because it's a really innovative product. And if you ever watch Katie Jane Hughes on Instagram, sometimes she uses a contouring product. I think she uses one by the brand Rodial. She uses like a contour product on the lips. Burberry has had a product for this for years now, and they have different colors, so depending on your natural lip color. It's a lip liner, but it's not a traditional lip liner because it's not a sharp pencil. It does have that contour aspect to it, but if you see, it's really weird because even though it doesn't have a sharp edge, because of the color and the thing that it does for the lips, you don't need lip pencil precision, you know what I mean? For my nude lip option, I had packed my Too Faced gloss. This is in the color Papa Don't Peach. This is a really nice peachy nude color. I'm going to swatch it. And I packed this because I was using it a lot before I went away on my trip. I hadn't used it in a long time and I wanted to get more use out of it. So I pulled it out, I started using it, and I really enjoyed it. So I thought that this would be my nude option. And then I also packed my Nars Lodi Satin Lip Pencil, my everyday option if I wanted a bit more color. And then for a bold lip option, I always pack Nars Red Square whenever I'm going on a summer trip. This was my favorite orangey red, and then it was dethroned briefly by Rodin Tough Tomato, but then Rodin Tough Tomato went bad. Just how like the Tom Ford lipsticks go bad really fast, the Rodin lipstick went bad really fast. So I went back to my old boyfriend, to the Nars Red Square. This is just great, especially for summer travel because you don't need to pack a lip liner with it. And while the formula can get a little bit drying, it lasts really beautifully on the lips. It fades nicely throughout the day. Only packed the L'Oreal mascara. This is the L'Oreal Unlimited mascara. It's getting a little bit clumpy now that I've had it for 2 months, and I think it's dying on me, but it was excellent. Never flaked, easy to remove at night. Oh my god, I just got it in my eye. So as I was saying before my retina injury, this is a great mascara, easy to remove, but it didn't flake on me. It lasted really well throughout the day, so this is cool. And this makes it really easy to get that extra lift. And this is the finished look, and that's all the makeup that I brought with me on my trip in terms of skincare. I didn't do anything new or dramatic. I just decanted everything. I didn't want to change my skincare routine because I was experiencing those breakouts. I was terrified of trying something new. So I just decanted everything I was using into smaller bottles, and that's what got me by. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really excited to get back into the swing of things and start filming some more videos. Let me know if you have any requests of any videos you would like to see from me, any beauty or fashion themed videos that you'd like to see from me. Put them into the comment section below. I'll be catching up with you. Let me know if you took any trips this summer, or if you're planning on going away, maybe in the fall and winter. If there's a destination that you would love to explore next summer. That's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.